Ladies and gentlemen, this is another episode of the Just Believe Show. I'm your host, Herbie Mack, and today we're going to talk about ways to avoid burnout. Have you felt like you ever been running on fumes, juggling work, trying to figure out life and everything in between? Don't worry, this episode's for you, and I got you. So in order to avoid burnout, we actually have to understand what is burnout. What is burnout? Burnout is more than just feeling blue and feeling tired. It's actually stress. And this stress can make you feel overwhelmed, emotionally drained, and feel like you're unable to keep up with everything. So let's talk about some of the symptoms. Some of the symptoms are feeling exhausted, losing interest in work, having headaches, losing appetite, overeating, even oversleeping or lack of sleeping. Those are the signs to look out for when it comes to burnout. Now that we broke down what is burnout and some of the signs to look out for, I want to talk about some of the jobs that have a high risk of burnout. And if I miss any, please don't forget to comment down below. If you're watching this on YouTube, or even, so if you listen to this on the audio and you're saying, hey, my job, what about my job? My job, we have high burnout too. Hey, you can also rate this episode, but also in the rating, mention your job. I'd love to see it, and I'd love to see the comments and the engagement. Oh, and also, I wanted to plug this in before everything I know. I'm going to get back to the episode, I promise, guys. I started a Substack newsletter. And in the newsletter, it talks about episodes and other things as well that I talked about, getting a little bit more into depth on certain topics. I also have that in the description and in the show notes as well if you want to sign up for it. So with that being said, let's talk about some of the occupations that have a high risk of burnout. And that's teachers, first responders, healthcare as far as doctors, nurses, CNA, everything in between, even home care, but caregivers, there we go. Please don't kill me in the comments, guys. These are some of the examples that have high burnout. And also, some people may not view this as a job. You can view it however you want. I want to say parents as well. Being your parent, especially if you're a stay-at-home parent, doesn't matter if you're a mom or a dad, just trying to figure it out. If you have young kids and trying to keep up with them and their needs, especially if you have a newborn, it's something that's a new adjustment. If you're working and you have a newborn, it's very challenging trying to keep up and live life. And even if you have a toddler or even a child, it's still challenging trying to keep up with them and still make sure that you are staying afloat. Those are just some of the jobs and occupation. And some people may not view parenting as a job, but I do. Trust me, it is. And some people are like, you signed up for it, I don't want to hear that. Whatever. We just gonna block the haters out. But when you're a parent, you are working your tail off in so many ways that you don't get paid for. But it's so rewarding to see something that you created to say, wow, this is a version of me and my spouse or my partner that I choose to have this child with. And just want to show my respect to parents as well. You're probably trying to figure out, why did I pick that job? Or why did I talk about that? And to be honest with you, when it comes to burnout, it does not discriminate. It doesn't matter if you are a first responder, a teacher, a parent, or anything in between, a waitress, a waiter, or a cook. It does not discriminate. It can happen. Burnout doesn't necessarily have to be working long hours. It can honestly just be working in a toxic environment. Some place that you show up because obviously you need to work, but if the environment is crappy to say the least, it is hard to thrive. You just feel like you're on that hamster wheel, just constantly running and running. Not only am I working my tail off, this environment is toxic. I'm at this job and there's no place for me to grow. That can lead to burnout. You feel like, as I said, you're on that hamster wheel. Now let's talk about the importance of breaks. And when we talk about the importance of breaks, I want to break this down. There's multiple ways to take breaks. We're going to start with the big one first. We're going to talk about an overall break. And this overall break, it can be you taking some time off, you using your PTO wisely, and taking some time off. Taking time off to actually help you recharge and be the best version of yourself. And you may say, hey, I don't have that many PTO. Honestly, look at the calendar and see, hey, if there's a major holiday or your job is off, you might want to plan accordingly and say, hey, I'm going to actually take this Friday off because this Monday's coming around and I'm going to take that Tuesday off. That is a way to actually use your time to say, hey, I'm actually on vacation. You may not plan to go anywhere. You don't necessarily have to plan to go to Paris. You don't have to plan to go to Dubai or Hawaii or anything like that, or even Vegas. You can just honestly just take some me time and just be home and catch up with the tasks at home, or you can just really just go around the way, go to your local mall, do things like that, or even your local amusement park. It can be something at Six Flags, it could be something like Hershey Park, Riot Playland, and everything in between, or even your local state fair. Doing things like that, or checking out your local museum. Or you could be a geek like me and go to the library. Trust me, the library is popping. The library has amazing things that you can do. And actually, they have activities where you can sign up for it too. If you didn't know, that's a quick plug for you to just check out your local library. It's more of a community center more than anything. They have access to pretty much everything. And some of the things they do have some freebies that you can sign up for. All you have to do is just get a library card. I didn't honestly see me plug it in the library, but shout out to the library. It's something that you can do and you can get involved and you can actually plan accordingly as well. Just really scheduling your breaks and using them wisely, giving you a moment to recharge so you can be the best version of yourself. And that's gonna segue into the 45-minute rule. 45-minute rule is every 45 minutes you take about a 5-minute break. And that 5-minute break could be getting water, getting coffee, stretching, a quick walk around if you can, or even just glancing out the window. Just help you stay fresh and stay focused as well. Let's talk about maximizing your time off. Maximizing your time off is whenever you're off, your weekend can be the weekend or it could be any day in between, whatever works for you. I know as long as you have your 2 days off, and if you're lucky, you got 3 days off, shout out to you. But maximizing your time, not thinking about work or just, oh man, let me log in, let me go punch into work and check out my emails. Just really enjoying your time off because you work your tail off. And when it's your time off, do things that you enjoy. I can't stress that. Do things, obviously, you gotta clean up the house, you gotta do all of that other stuff. Make sure that you do at least one thing during that weekend to really make you happy, that you enjoy, because it's all about really being recharged, not that hamster wheel, as I like to say. If you need some ideas for an activity to help you recharge, it can be hanging out with your friends, it could be going to the movies, it could be just be at home lounging, Netflix and chilling. Those are things that help you out. If you just need some ideas, I just wanted to put that out there for you. Whatever works for you. In this term, I'm gonna use the word recovery because you might be at burnout. And when it comes to burnout and recovering, it's not, oh, one size fit all. Everyone is different. Everyone is unique. So doing things that help you become the best version of you. It can be you sitting down and watching the Batman trilogy, watching the Star Wars saga, or even watching Suits or even Breaking Bad. Whatever works for you, that can be your thing to help you recharge and help you be the best version of you. Is highly important. Let's talk about self-care activities. Self-care activities can be you schedule a massage or going and get a haircut, spending time with loved ones, going and get your nails done, going and get your hair done. Those are activities that is self-care. It's something that you're actually very passionate about, you want to pursue. And this is going to segue into affordable breaks. Stress relief doesn't have to break the bank. If you're someone that's on a budget, it's perfectly fine. You can do something as far as walk around the neighborhood, go outside and get some fresh air. And just walk around. Or you can start your own DIY spa day. And that's setting some candles, playing some relaxing music, taking a hot bath, and just sitting there just relaxing. Or you can sit down and play some music and dance and do what I do, karaoke style, and sing high-pitched off key, jam out. That's my thing. So with that being said, let's talk about community support and sharing. If you are someone that's struggling and you feel like, man, I'm doing everything, they have some local support groups. Check your local support groups. And there's some that you can join in person, and there's some that you could just join on the computer, or you could join on your phone, tablet, or whatever you have, whatever you use for internet access, and you can just join. I want to make sure when I talk about support groups, I hope that you don't think every support group is going to be a sit-down kumbaya thing. It's actually different. Everybody's support group is different. They have some support groups where you learn how to sew, right? Music therapy, that's a support group. You all learn how to play the piano or learn how to play the guitar. That's something that you can be like, oh, hey, this is a support group. And it doesn't necessarily have to be, I'm in dire need. It could just be you learning a new hobby. That is a support group. Oh man, we're all learning it. And as we learn something new in the beginning, it is very challenging. My thing, and I'm just going to peel back the curtain, my support group is playing basketball, right? These guys are holding me accountable to at least make a shot or play decent defense, right? And it's like a support group. We can sit there and support. I may be having a bad day, but Or my teammate may say something to cheer me up and say, hey, it's all right, man. You missed a shot. Don't worry about it. You're doing good. That makes me feel good, right? Having someone being able to not only see me, but also hear me. Say, all right, you all right, man. Just block it out and keep pushing. Now let's talk about a self-reflection exercise. Take a moment. Think about what actually truly helps you unwind and plan that out. Journaling for clarity. Jot down your thoughts, plan it out. It can be so powerful. Being able to sit down and write down what you need. If you notice that your thoughts is all over the place and it sounds like you need to take a break, you probably do. You're probably at the state of burnout. So that's why it's so important to plan out a routine or something that we can do. And you can plan out a vacation. And as we talked about some of the steps, it doesn't necessarily have to be a massive vacation. It can be an affordable vacation. It can be you using your PTO, planning out 3 days in a row, or even 4 if you can, and being able to create that DIY spa day where you can have the hot tubs running if the kids are not home. Especially if the kids are not home, you can do that and you can play some music and you can unwind. Or you can join a class that you always wanted to do. It could be something as painting. You can join a class, or you can sign up for a class that you want to attend. And that could be painting, yoga, or even learning the piano. Before we go, I have a question for you. What are your stress relieving secrets? Things that you do to help you relieve your stress with no problem. Comment down below if you're watching this on YouTube, or if you listen to this on the audio, you can always rate. In the rating, you can comment, hey, I use this to help relieve my stress. And you see my Substack newsletter, you can also comment on there and let me know, hey, this is what I use to help relieve my stress. If you're looking for the Substack newsletter, it's in the description. It's also in the show notes. And with that being said, that was today's episode of the Signs of Burnout, how to recognize it and how to treat burnout. If you have some more, please don't be scared to comment. As I always said, I always like the engagement and I also like to learn. You guys know that already. Until then, I'll see you next time.